Hello students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine and safe at your home, having good time with your family and enjoying monsoon. I am your mentor Shobna to teach you science, and in this video lecture we would be discussing our worksheet solutions for chapter 2 Microorganism, Friends and Foe. So, your first question is MCQ questions, in which first one is bacteria are classified according to their options are shape, size, color, and none of this. So generally bacteria are classified based on their shapes. Bacteria are having various shapes, like they are shaped like a rod. So rod shaped bacteria are there, round bacteria are there, spherical bacteria are there. So based on their shape, these bacteria are divided. So option second, size, that would be correct. Second one, the first antibiotic discovered was penicillin, tetracycline, streptomycin, and bacitracin. So in your chapter, you studied about first antibiotic, that was penicillin. Others are antibiotic, but the first ever discovered was penicillin. So option first, penicillin, would be the correct answer. Third one, cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae, Clostridium tetani, Salmonella typhi, and none of this. So, correct answer would be Vibrio cholerae, which is a bacteria responsible for cholera. A common bacterial disease in plants is citrus canker, rabies, polio, or all of this. So, citrus canker is common disease. Rabies is disease found in human beings as well as animals, and polio is also a disease which makes humans handicapped. So correct option is citrus canker, disease found in plants. Common food preservative is benzoic acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. So by observing this option, benzoic acid is common food preservative and others are example of acids. So correct option is first one, benzoic acid. An edible fungi is mold, mushroom, algae, or none of this. So edible fungi is mushroom only. Mold, it's not edible fungi, and algae, it does not belong to the category of fungi. So correct option is mushroom. Now seventh one is smallest microorganism is algae or protozoan or bacteria or virus. So smallest microorganism is virus. Okay, virus is even smaller than bacteria. So out of all 5 groups of microorganism, which is algae, protozoa, fungi, and bacteria and virus. So out of these 5, virus is the smallest microorganism which needs microscope to be seen. Okay, so virus is the correct answer for this. Option number 8, MCQ number 8, algae are autotrophs, parasites, heterotrophs, or saprophytes. So here, autotrophs means organism which makes their food on their own. Parasites which are found on the body of other organisms and they just uh, depend on them for their food. Then heterotrophs are kind of organism which do not make their food on their own but they depend on the others. And saprophytes are kind of organism which are also not able to make their food on their own, and also they would be found on the surface of body of particular organism. They depend on that organisms. Okay, so algae are kind of autotrophs which makes their food on their own. So correct option is A, autotrophs. Ninth one, the microorganisms that play an important role in maintaining the balance of nitrogen gas in the atmosphere are bacteria, algae, virus, protozoa. So here correct answer would be bacteria. You learnt in nitrogen cycle that rhizobium bacteria and azotobacter bacteria, they are enriching the soil with nitrogen. So correct option is bacteria. Tenth one, which of these are added to dough to make it rise? So yeast, algae, garbage, or all of this are options. So if you observe this option, we do not add garbage to food items, do we? No. And algae is also not added to any baking items. So correct option would be yeast. Yeast is added to make a dough rise, which makes these baking items fluffy and tasty. Now next are some questions given. So we have its solutions. So here first question is, what are microorganisms? So here we have its solution. So organisms which are so small to be seen with naked eye are called microorganism. Second question is, how do microbes survive in adverse condition? Means microbes, they are so small. So if condition is adverse, if temperature is too high, if more rainfall is there, if climate is too hot or too cold, then how do these microbes survive? So for that answer is, in adverse conditions, microbes go into dormant state called endospore, and this way they can survive in extreme conditions like extreme temperatures, adverse chemical conditions, or droughts. Next question is, how bacteria are useful to us? So after learning chapter 2, you are better clear that how these microbes are useful to us, how they help us in various situations. So bacteria are useful to make curd from milk, right? Whenever your mother makes curd at home, she adds little buttermilk or curd to milk, which settles the milk into curd. And what process occurs here is that enzyme lactose present in milk, it converts into lactic acid with help of this lactobacillus bacterium. Okay, and fixing nitrogen in soil is also done by bacteria, we just saw, and cleaning the environment by decomposition. Some materials in environment, they are decomposed with help of bacteria. Okay, so they are decomposers also. So this is how bacteria are useful to us in many ways. Okay, now question number 4, what is virus? So we learnt about various microorganisms, and we also learn about various viruses which are responsible for various diseases, right? So here we have its solution, that virus, it is a microorganism that is smaller than a bacterium cannot grow or reproduce apart from a living cell. Okay, virus generally it is a smaller organism, and it is smaller than even a bacteria, and it cannot grow or reproduce. It cannot itself do a reproduction, or it cannot grow itself. It need a host cell, means other organism's body, its cell in which it can grow or it can um, continue its life cycle. Okay, so it needs a living cell to develop, to reproduce. So virus is that kind of microorganism. Okay, and here, how do microbes survive in adverse condition? Its solution. You would write it like this: that in adverse conditions, microbes go into dormant state called endospore. It will form an endospore kind of cover, and it can protect itself, whether it is extreme condition or not. Condition extreme कैसे होगी यहाँ पे? Extreme condition would be like high temperature or extreme chemical conditions which are adverse for this bacteria. Adverse means it is not in favor of that particular organism, right? So it's adverse condition, or it may be drought. So in such extreme conditions also this bacteria can survive by forming endospores. Okay, so you will write answer of this in this way. Okay, we completed chapter question number 4 before that. So here's question number 5. What is fermentation and what are its utilities? So we learned fermentation process. Do you remember which scientist discovered this process? Try to remember. Just try to recall. Yes. Louis Pasteur. He found the fermentation process. Am I right? And fermentation is process of conversion of sugar into alcohol. It is useful in production of alcohol, wine, or acetic acid, which is having other name vinegar. Okay, so fermentation is process of conversion of sugar into alcohol. It is useful in production of alcohol, wine, or vinegar, in which sugar of any particular fruit or molasses is taken, and into that sugar yeast is added either in granules form or in powdered form, and that yeast, it grows. Yeast cells, they continuously grow into that sugar, and when they respire they release the gas, and in this way we are converting that sugar into alcohol. So the chemical composition changes in this way, and smell of that liquid also changes. Okay, now question number 6. What are communicable diseases? Explain with example. So communicable disease. About communicable diseases we learnt. What is communicable diseases, students? Diseases which are spreading from infected person to healthy person when they come into contact of each other. Okay. For example, if we talk about COVID-19 these days, then if any healthy person unknowingly come into contact with infected person, then that healthy person might get that infection. Okay, so it is a kind of communicable disease. And other example if we take, then suppose any person is having a common cold or flu. If that person sneezes, okay, sneezes or coughs, and in that area where that tiny droplet of mucus are just suspended in air, and in that area if healthy person comes and breathe, okay, and if that person's immunity is weak, then that person might get that infection. Okay, so this is how we can say that communicable diseases are kind of diseases which spreads when healthy person comes in contact of infected person. And here we have taken example of COVID-19 that spreads through air as well as through contact of person or his belongings. Belongings means things of that person which he or she is using. Okay. Now last question. Question number 7. What do you mean by food poisoning? We learnt about food poisoning, right? So what is food poisoning? Whenever food becomes contaminated and it is not fit for consumption, and that food is spoiled, and if that spoiled food is consumed by any healthy person, then in that case that person might get infected. Okay, so we can define it like illness caused due to consumption of food which is spoiled by growth of microbes. It may cause vomiting, stomach pain, headache, etc. Okay, whenever any person is having spoiled food, okay, and that person might get this type of symptoms, that he might vomit or he might have stomach pain or headache. These are common symptoms of food poisoning, and in some cases condition might be severe than this. Okay, it is not necessary that only these three things would happen. If poison is in greater amount in body of a person, then person needs immediate medical attention. In that case person should be admitted to hospital quickly. Okay, we should not wait or we should not treat that person at home. We should quickly take that person to hospital, okay? Because in that case person needs medical treatment immediately. Clear, students? So here we are done with our worksheet solutions. If you find any kind of query, you can drop me a message into WhatsApp and I will solve your query. Okay, students? So here we are done with a solution of our chapter 2. Its worksheet is here. I am going to share its images also so that you can write its solution. But first, the important thing is you learn this question very well. Okay. Now write this question into your worksheet if you have print of this chapter. Otherwise, you are going to write the same question of worksheet into your FNBs. Okay, students. So complete your FNBs on time every day. Okay, and just finish your syllabus very well. Okay, here we end this lecture.